Hello, everybody out there. Bernardo Salcido here from Connecting with Teens, and you are in the right place for some great information to help you on your journey to better connect with your teenager. Today, I'm joined by Amy Lee Flower, creator of Shanti Students, started in 2016, but she's also a family and youth mindfulness coach. Thank you so much for your time today, Amy. Why don't you tell the listeners out there a little bit about your background and your experience?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. It's really such an honor and a treat. So, a little bit about myself. In 2006, I began my yoga and mindfulness practice. And so, this was a little bit before mindfulness was a buzzword. And at the time, I was a teenager who was coping with a lot of pain and anxiety and stress. Truly, I was gifted a yoga mat. So before yoga was cool, and I put the quotations because I truly befriended yoga before I even knew what yoga was. So fast forward, 10 or so years later, I decided to become a yoga and mindfulness teacher so then I can come back and support the teenagers who needed the relief and who needed the guidance. So today we're going to go on a little journey to understand what self-love is, how that translates to self-care, and then the practices of being really present with our teen. And then
And Amy, I think it's fantastic that you're going out and sharing these strategies to schools and in assemblies and helping teenagers who are just like you. Let's jump right in. Self-care for parents and teenagers. An important topic. How do we go about the process of taking care of ourselves and then helping our teens navigate through it as well?
So my best advice would be I'm going to create us a little short 1 minute meditation to go in. And the first point to understand what self-care means and self-love is to ask yourself through this time of being a little quiet and still. So for our viewers, if it feels good to close your eyes, and we'll just take a moment to connect to our breath, breathing in through the nose, sitting tall, exhaling. We check in, we notice if the muscles on the face feel tense or they're holding. You can soften. Often, as a parent or even as a teen, we are switching so many hats, going through so many roles so quickly in one day that we forget who we are. So we come back with the breath, we relax. And I ask us this question: what does self love mean to you now? You can place the hands on the heart and we breathe in and we breathe out. And when it feels right, we start to open the eyes. Thank you. So right away, something may have come through. If nothing came through, that's okay. But what we want to start to work with as a parent to really feel healthy is taking these interval breaks. Yeah, the first question when we think about self-love is to identify what that means for the individual. So even if you have a household of 6 people, all of you are going to have different answers. And I think that is so beautiful and it deserves a celebration. So the first practice I would really highlight is to invite your family and ask that question. You don't have to be an advanced meditator. You can just put some music on and you can just simply ask the family to close your eyes, take a minute. So I think really spending some time as a family and connecting with your teen and asking them these questions that maybe they've never been asked before and maybe you haven't asked yourself in quite some time. So it's about a reawakening and relighting the joy that it can be fun to take care of yourself, not only as the individual or the parent or the teen, but you can do it together.
So, kind of going through that practice that we just did, that you just took us through, that 1 minute meditation, and even copying your words and just, okay, we're going to sit around, just close your eyes and take some deep breaths. And then in the end, kind of reflecting on what self love and self care means
Yes, thank you. And my work working with thousands of families is there's always a little bit of resistance from one family member. So expect that and expect that it will be a journey, that it doesn't, day one doesn't have to be the same as day 30.
I'm kind of reflecting and thinking, I have two teens. When can we do this? We could do this before dinner. We could do this at the end of a walk. We could do this right when we wake up, or maybe even before we go to bed. Just some times that we could set this as part of the routine to slowly get back to that, what is important for ourselves, and giving us a mind break. Like you're saying, there's so many things whizzing by.
And know that as the parent, that happiness will be had. You'll give your child an opportunity to really learn about themselves, and they will thank you in the long run. Gratitude always comes out of this kind of work, even if it's a little tricky at first.
Don't give up. Keep going. And in the end, it will be okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's tough for parents, especially as they navigate new ideas. So if you're a parent out there and you're trying something new, especially like this meditative exercises, understand, like Amy's saying, and I've experienced it as well, it's not always going to go smoothly. But if you're open and honest with your teenager and you're letting them know, hey, I want to be a better parent to you. I've been going out and learning more so I can do better, so I can be a better parent to help build our relationship. Teenagers definitely respect that. And how can parents get connected to what you're doing currently on Instagram and with your coaching?
The platform is MindfulMinute.World. And our site is MindfulMinute.World.
Thank you so much for your time, Amy, and your expertise. Helpful for parents out there who are listening. We always say today is really the best day to connect with your teen. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the next day. Jump in there. Try the meditation. Try the gratefulness wall. Whatever it takes, you will be happy you did. Again, Bernardo Salcido, thank you so much for watching.